Sanding wide panels by hand is a quick way to ruin a perfectly good afternoon. And honestly, most of us have better things to do than spend hours with a block of sandpaper. That is where this open-end drum sander comes into play. It is one of those machines that looks like a serious piece of kit the moment it hits the shop floor, weighing in at over 200 pounds, so you know it is not going to be dancing around while you are working. The steel construction feels solid, and there is a certain confidence that comes with that kind of heft. What really makes this thing interesting is the open-end design. Because there is no support on the right side, you can technically sand boards up to 36 inches wide by running them through twice. It is a clever workaround that saves a ton of floor space compared to a massive closed-frame machine. The motor is a 1.5 horsepower unit, which is plenty for standard shop tasks, and the variable speed conveyor is a nice touch. Being able to dial that feed rate from 0 up to 12 feet per minute means you can really control the finish, especially when you are dealing with tricky grain patterns that might otherwise tear out. Now here is the thing about these drum sanders. They are not planers, so do not expect to take off huge amounts of material in one pass. It is meant for smoothing and dimensioning, and it does that job quite well. The drum itself is 4 inches across, and changing the abrasive is actually less of a headache than you might expect. It is one of those chores that usually feels like a chore, but the access here is straightforward enough that you won't dread it. One thing to keep in mind is the dust collection. It has a 4-inch port, and you are definitely going to want to hook that up to a decent collector. These machines create a fine cloud of dust in seconds, and without a good vacuum setup, you will be cleaning your entire shop for a week. The spring-loaded pressure rollers do a great job of keeping the stock flat against the conveyor, which helps prevent those annoying snipe marks at the end of a board. If there is a downside, it is that the minimum board length is 6 inches. If you are a pen turner or someone who works with tiny offcuts, this might not be the right tool for your specific workflow. It is built for the bigger stuff. Also, the footprint is substantial, so you need to make sure you have the room to feed those long boards through without hitting a wall. But for someone who is tired of uneven surfaces and wants a professional finish on tabletops or cabinet doors, this machine is a workhorse. It is not flashy, and it does not have a bunch of unnecessary digital bells and whistles, but it gets the job done with a level of consistency that is hard to argue with. It is a solid, reliable addition to any woodshop that has outgrown the basics.
Check out the video description for updated price. And thank you for watching this video.